On today's ChurchTechCast.com Q&A show, multiple Bible versions, an AV system, glitchy displays, and losing the control screen. Hi, and welcome again to the ChurchTechCast.com Q&A show. This is the show where every week I answer your church tech questions. My name is Paul Allen Clifford. So our first question comes from GallyGallus98 on YouTube in response to my tutorial on using Bibles in ProPresenter. He asks, thanks for the video. Is it possible to use two different versions on the same slide? And the answer is, well, it depends. If you're trying to use the Bible app and just bring it up and show it right then, no, that's not possible. But what you can do is you can bring up the Bible app, look up your verse, add that to a slide, then change the version, add that to another slide, copy that onto the first slide so they're next to each other or on top of each other, whatever you prefer, and then go from there. So it really depends on how you want to do it. Renewed Vision hasn't put it in ProPresenter 6 as of yet to have multiple versions using the Bible app. So it's not as easy to do it as maybe you'd want it to be, but it is possible if you've got a few minutes to prepare that. Next, Michael Del Navarez via email says, can you help us on recommending equipment in order for us to set up church without any problems? PC or laptop? Currently we are using a Windows 7 laptop with an i3 processor. Can you recommend for us if we should go with a Mac or stick with Windows 8.10 type PC or laptop? Second, camera and video switcher. Can you advise us which camera and video switcher that can be used for ProPresenter 6 software? It will only be used for live feed on our congregation side of the service and for service recording only. 3. TV display. Currently we have two screens, one for background and one for speakers monitor. We're planning on adding at least two more displays. What other accessories can we add so that we can run this through ProPresenter 6? And number 4, long one, other accessories that will be used to run smoothly, run the system smoothly, as well as a rough sketch on the system. Okay, so hang with me. I'm going to run through these as fast as I can. For ProPresenter, I've never heard anyone say, hey, the PC version is so much better than the Mac. Okay, once I heard that, but in general, I've always heard people say the opposite. They start with the PC version, then they get a Mac, and they're like, wow, this is better. So in general, I would recommend a Mac if you're going to use ProPresenter, which you are, because that's what question number 2 said. Question number 2, switchers can run from as inexpensively as about $1,000, and you might be thinking that's not very inexpensive, but compared to the high-end broadcast ones that are hundreds of thousands of dollars, $1,000 isn't all that expensive. So it really matters where your budget is on this. You could start with the Blackmagic ATEM switcher or Roland V or HD1 video switcher. There's really a lot of options. You could go all the way up to a Ross or a Grass Valley. So it depends on your budget. Next, if all 3 displays are running the same image, you just need a DA, which is a distribution amplifier. A lot of people call them splitters. That's not really what it is. It amplifies thin splits, so that's why it's a distribution amplifier. But if you want different things, like a triple wide screen or something like that, then you're going to need a Matrox triple head to go. Depends on what you're doing. Finally, you need a plan for distributing video, I'd recommend over HDSDI. This is more of a question for a system integrator, though. And since you're a portable church, but are you a portable church, or will this all stay in place at the same time? And I never heard an answer to that. But there you go. So it depends on your situation. Sally Vasquez via YouTube asks, "Hi, not sure if it's ProPresenter 6 PC or video image that's glitchy and flickering. The monitor turns on and off, so Pro 6 also flickers off too. Please help." Okay, I suspect it's not ProPresenter. To figure this out, change absolutely nothing, just shut down ProPresenter. Leave the computer running. Does the problem go away? If it doesn't, which I suspect it's not going to, then we're looking at some other problem. Could be you've got a faulty DA in the system. Could be that you've got something that's not plugged in securely. Could even be power that's not plugged in securely. Could be the cabling. Could be that you've got a cable that's about to go south. If you're using HDMI, maybe it worked perfectly fine for a long time, but that was just barely working. And now you've switched into just barely not working. So that could be the situation as well. It could be just some oxidation on one of the cable ends. That happens all the time. So I think I would try and narrow it down, swap out each piece along the signal chain and see where the problem goes away. If you can make it as simple as possible, going directly from the computer to the monitor and removing everything else and seeing if that makes the problem go away, it could be that it's just one of those other pieces that you removed. So check all that and get back to me. And finally, Gary Thomas via email asks, "We're new to ProPresenter 6 after completing a new playlist thanks to your tutorials." Well, you're welcome. How do we get it on the projector screen without hitting output and losing the ability to make changes? Well, first off, you're going to need multiple outputs on your computer. Most modern computers have this already. So I'm going to suspect that what's going on is either you have mirroring set up on the displays. For Windows, you're going to want to change it to extended to extend onto another display. For Mac, you're going to want to uncheck the mirroring checkbox. If both of those are set correctly already, it could be that you have the output just set on the wrong display. You can go into Preferences on ProPresenter 6 and drag that over. From time to time, though, there will be another cause. So I do have a video tutorial that we can talk about. Well, you can watch and see if that doesn't solve the problem. So how about you? Did that answer one of your church tech questions? If not, leave it below the video. If, however, you'd like to get in contact with me more directly, why not head over to trinitydigitalmedia.com and subscribe to my email newsletter, trinitydigitalmedia.com/newsletter. And whenever you get an email from me, just hit respond like you're responding to a friend, and because that's what I am, and ask your question there. That way you'll be able to get them answered very quickly. Until next time, this is Paul Allen Clifford with trinitydigitalmedia.com. Go out and change eternity. Do you think I'm going to tell you to subscribe and click on the little bell icon so that you can be notified and join the contest that I've got coming up? Yeah, you're right. So why aren't you doing it? Like now? Come on, you can do it. I believe in you.